Have you ever found yourself scratching the same spot over and over again? That persistent itch that just won't go away no matter how many creams or lotions you try. What if I told you that this seemingly innocent scratching could actually be your body's desperate attempt to warn you about something much more serious happening beneath the surface? You see, after the age of 60, our bodies start communicating differently. And sometimes, that nagging itch isn't just dry skin or a reaction to laundry detergent, it could actually be signaling a condition that might take years off your life. I know that sounds alarming, but stay with me. Because today, I'm going to reveal something that most doctors won't tell you during those rushed 15-minute appointments. There are 4 specific areas on your body where persistent itching after 60 could be directly linked to serious health conditions that medical research has shown can significantly shorten lifespan. This isn't about scaring you. It's about empowering you with knowledge that could literally save your life. I remember meeting Martha, a vibrant 82-year-old woman who came to me complaining about an unbearable itch on her upper back. She'd tried everything, expensive creams, oatmeal baths, even prescription steroids. Nothing worked. 6 months later, after the right tests were finally ordered, we discovered a condition that had been silently progressing all that time. Had she known what that itching really meant, she could have started treatment months earlier. That's why this information is so crucial for you. Recognizing these hidden warning signs early can make all the difference between reactive treatment when it might be too late and proactive care that could add quality years to your life. What feels like a simple irritation might actually be your body desperately trying to tell you something important, something that could be addressed if only you knew what to look for. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through these 4 specific itchy spots that medical research has linked to potentially life-threatening conditions in people over 60. I'll explain exactly what's happening beneath your skin, why doctors often miss these connections, and most importantly, what specific actions you should take that could potentially add years to your life. This isn't information you'll typically find in pamphlets at your doctor's office. These are insights gathered from decades of geriatric care research and clinical observations that often get overlooked in our fragmented healthcare system. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which itchy spots deserve immediate medical attention, which questions to ask your healthcare providers, and the specific tests you should request. Knowledge that could mean the difference between catching a serious condition in its early, treatable stages or discovering it when options are limited. If you're watching because you want to take control of your health in these golden years, type, "I'm watching out for myself," in the comments below. Let's create a community of vigilant seniors who share experiences and support each other. And make sure to subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips for more potentially life-saving information that most doctors simply don't have time to tell you about aging. Now, let's dive into these 4 critical itchy spots that could be secret warning signs of a shortened lifespan after 60. Our first warning sign is persistent itching on your upper back and shoulders. This isn't just any itch, I'm talking about that maddening sensation that keeps you reaching over your shoulder, trying to scratch a spot you can barely reach. Let me tell you about Dorothy, who at 67 started experiencing unbearable itching across her upper back and shoulders. She thought it was just dry skin from the winter weather. She tried everything, expensive moisturizers, oatmeal baths, even prescription steroid creams from her doctor. But nothing helped. The itching continued for months, robbing her of sleep and peace of mind. 6 months later, after finally seeing a specialist, Dorothy was diagnosed with a neurological condition that had been causing nerve damage all along. Those creams and lotions never stood a chance because they weren't addressing the real problem. You see, when you experience persistent itching on your upper back and shoulders, particularly when there's no visible rash, it could indicate what doctors call a neuropathic itch. This is often caused by nerve compression in your spine. The medical term for this condition is notalgia paresthetica, and it's frequently related to degenerative changes in the thoracic spine that naturally occur as we age. What's happening is that compressed nerves are sending false signals to your brain, creating that maddening itch sensation. It's like your body's wiring system is sending false alarms. But here's the critical part, those compressed nerves aren't just causing itching. They could be an early warning sign of spinal degeneration that might eventually affect your mobility and quality of life. The biggest mistake people make with this type of itching is assuming it's simply dry skin or an allergic reaction. Even healthcare providers sometimes miss the connection. They'll recommend endless moisturizers or antihistamines, which rarely provide relief because they're not addressing the root neurological cause. If you're experiencing persistent itching in your upper back area, especially if it's accompanied by a darkened patch of skin in that area, don't just reach for another cream. Request a referral to a neurologist who specializes in peripheral neuropathy. In the meantime, cold compresses rather than scratching can provide temporary relief, as can certain nerve-calming supplements like alpha-lipoic acid, but always consult with your doctor before starting any supplement. While upper back itching might signal neurological issues, our second itchy spot can reveal something even more concerning about your internal organs. The second warning sign to watch for is persistent itching on your lower legs and ankles. This type of itching tends to be worse at night and can be particularly intense. I remember Richard, a 72-year-old retired high school teacher, who couldn't stop scratching his lower legs and ankles, especially after he got into bed each night. His skin became so damaged from constant scratching that his doctor prescribed steroid creams. But when his legs began to swell and the itching intensified despite the medication, a more thorough examination revealed a serious circulatory problem that had been developing for years. Chronic itching on your lower legs and ankles, especially when accompanied by dry, flaky, or discolored skin, can be a warning sign of venous insufficiency or what doctors call stasis dermatitis. This condition occurs when the valves in your leg veins weaken with age, causing blood to pool in your lower extremities instead of efficiently returning to your heart. Think of it like this: your leg veins have tiny one-way valves that help push blood back up to your heart. As you age, these valves can wear out, allowing blood to flow backward and pool in your legs. The resulting fluid buildup and inflammation irritate nerve endings in your skin, causing that persistent, maddening itch. The biggest mistake people make with this type of itching is assuming it's just age-related dry skin. They'll apply moisturizers religiously without addressing the underlying circulatory problem. This can eventually lead to dangerous venous ulcers, infections, and in severe cases, contribute to blood clots that can be life-threatening. If you have itchy lower legs, especially with swelling, discoloration, or visible veins, it's crucial to consult with a vascular specialist. Don't wait until you develop open sores or ulcers, which can be difficult to heal and lead to serious complications. In the meantime, elevating your legs above heart level several times a day, wearing properly fitted compression stockings, and performing gentle exercises like ankle rotations can improve circulation and reduce itching. Also, avoid hot showers and harsh soaks that can worsen the condition by drying out your skin further. While leg itching might reveal circulatory problems, our third itchy spot could be signaling something even more serious happening inside your body. The third warning sign is generalized itching without a rash, especially when it's intense on your abdomen. This is perhaps the most overlooked yet potentially serious type of itching. Consider the case of Barbara, who at 65 began experiencing intense itching across her abdomen and torso. Unlike her previous experiences with itchy skin, there was no visible rash, just unbearable itching that kept her awake at night. After months of suffering and multiple doctor visits, comprehensive blood tests revealed that her liver wasn't functioning properly, and the itching was her body's way of sounding the alarm. Generalized itching without a rash, particularly intense on the abdomen, can be a warning sign of systemic diseases, most notably liver or kidney dysfunction. When these vital filtering organs don't work properly, bile salts and waste products can accumulate in your bloodstream and deposit in your skin, irritating nerve endings and causing what doctors call cholestatic or uremic pruritus. This type of itching often worsens at night and can be one of the earliest signs of organ decline, appearing before other more recognizable symptoms like yellowing of the skin or eyes, changes in urine color, or extreme fatigue. The dangerous misconception here is assuming that without a visible rash, itching can't be serious. Many people and even some healthcare providers will recommend antihistamines or blame stress, delaying crucial diagnosis of underlying organ dysfunction that could be addressed earlier with better outcomes. If you're experiencing unexplained itching without a rash, especially on your abdomen or torso, request comprehensive blood work that includes liver and kidney function tests. Don't accept "it's just dry skin" as an answer if the itching persists or is severe enough to disturb your sleep. While awaiting results, cool baths with colloidal oatmeal, avoiding alcohol, and staying well hydrated can provide some relief. Also important, certain medications can worsen liver function, so a medication review by your healthcare provider is essential. Sometimes, simply adjusting your current medications can make a significant difference. While generalized itching might signal internal organ issues, our fourth and final itchy spot could reveal a condition that directly impacts longevity. The fourth warning sign is intense itching around your scalp, ears, and neck. This isn't your ordinary dandruff or dry scalp, it's persistent, intense, and often doesn't respond to typical treatments. Take the case of William, a 78-year-old retired accountant, who started experiencing intense itching around his scalp, behind his ears, and down his neck. He assumed it was dandruff and tried various medicated shampoos. But when small, firm bumps appeared along with the itching, his dermatologist identified a condition that required immediate attention from an oncologist. Persistent itching around the scalp, ears, and neck region, especially when accompanied by small bumps, redness, or swelling of nearby lymph nodes, can sometimes be an early warning sign of certain blood disorders or lymphomas. As we age, our immune system becomes less efficient at identifying and eliminating abnormal cells, increasing the risk of these conditions. The itching occurs because cancer cells can release substances that irritate nerve endings, or because your body's immune response to these abnormal cells triggers inflammation in the skin. What makes this particularly concerning is that this type of itching often precedes other more recognizable symptoms by months or even years. The dangerous mistake here is assuming that scalp itching is simply dandruff or dry skin, especially in older adults. Many people will try one anti-dandruff product after another without seeking medical attention, potentially delaying diagnosis of more serious conditions that respond better to early treatment. If you're experiencing persistent itching around your scalp, ears, and neck, particularly if it's accompanied by unexplained weight loss, night sweats, or fatigue, it's crucial to consult with your healthcare provider for a thorough examination and possibly blood tests. While waiting for an appointment, avoid harsh hair products, use gentle, fragrance-free shampoos, and resist the urge to scratch, which can lead to infection. Remember, early detection of blood disorders or lymphomas can dramatically improve treatment outcomes and prognosis. I know that learning about these potential warning signs can feel overwhelming. It's natural to worry as we age. The thought that something as simple as itching could signal serious health problems is unsettling. But remember, knowledge is power, not a reason for fear. Instead of seeing these itchy spots as frightening omens, view them as your body's sophisticated early warning system, a system that's trying to protect you by alerting you to potential problems before they become critical. By paying attention to these signals, you're not dwelling on illness, you're embracing a proactive approach to health and longevity. Think of it this way, your body has been your faithful companion for over 6 decades. It's carried you through life's joys and challenges. Now, it's communicating with you in new ways. Learning to understand these signals isn't about anticipating the worst, it's about honoring the wisdom of your body and responding with appropriate care. If you're experiencing persistent itching in any of these areas, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Make that doctor's appointment. Ask for appropriate tests. Be your own advocate and say, "I think this deserves a closer look." Your attentiveness could literally add years to your life. Remember that many of the conditions we've discussed today are treatable, especially when caught early. And even in cases where the underlying cause is chronic or serious, there are effective ways to manage symptoms and improve quality of life. The key is awareness and timely action. To recap, we've covered 4 potentially serious itchy spots to watch for after age 60, the upper back and shoulders, which could signal neurological issues, the lower legs and ankles, which might indicate circulatory problems. Generalized itching especially on the abdomen, which could reveal liver or kidney dysfunction, and itching around the scalp, ears, and neck, which might be associated with blood disorders in some cases. Have you experienced persistent itching in any of these areas? Or perhaps you've already discovered that an itch was signaling something more serious. Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else recognize an important warning sign in themselves. If you found this information valuable, please consider subscribing to Wise Elderly Tips. Our channel is dedicated to sharing crucial health information that can help you live a longer, healthier, more comfortable life. Every like and share helps this potentially life-saving information reach more people who need it. Thank you for taking the time to learn these important warning signs. By being informed and attentive to your body's signals, you're already taking a powerful step toward protecting your health. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean suffering. With awareness and proper care, these golden years can truly be golden. I'll see you in our next video.